Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. How do you deal with failure? Is it the end of the road? I'll tell you how to deal with failure. How do you deal with failure? It's like the most ultimate negative word. If you ever go online, you watch YouTube, you see things, what are some of the most entertaining or gruesome sort of videos? Fail videos. F-A-I-L, bazow. Failure is like something that we all at least try to avoid. You're absolutely indoctrinated in school from kindergarten, first grade, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 9, 10, 11, 12th grade to literally avoid failure at all costs. Now, is that a good thing? Yes and no. The answer is complex. So that's why I want to take you on a little journey of failure to see, is it the end of the road? Have you failed? Are you a failure? Are you a complete loser? Is life over? No. Absolutely not. So, what is failure? Failure is not achieving the end that you were trying to reach. Whatever that might be, destination, work, travel, thinking, constructing a house, I don't know, whatever you might measure, because everybody has to do something in their lives. Unless you've literally won the lotto, you're going to sit and you're going to watch TV and you're going to get this huge gut and then sit around. And I suppose if that isn't failure because you have the lotto money, 200 million bucks or whatever, and you get to sit around and you get to get fat, is that necessarily bad or a failure? Hey, I'm not going to judge you on that one. But for the rest of us who actually have to work, hi, that's right. How do you avoid failure? Well, the thing about failure is if you don't want to ever fail and never have anything to go wrong, then you can do absolutely nothing. What? Nothing? That's right. Humans are imperfect creatures. Look at me, for instance. Am I perfect? No. Like, infinitely far from perfect. Every day, something goes wrong. I didn't have the perfect vision, the perfect idea. It never goes right. I wouldn't say never, but so often what you hoped, like, dang, this idea should generate a couple $1 million. And what does it generate? Like, ooh, debt. Sometimes that's just the way it works. So failure is a thing that you have to embark the possibility of failure in order to reach some destination, goal, achievement, or whatever you desire. So immediately you have to realize that in order to grow, to go somewhere, to become someone, to do something great, you actually have to risk failure. And the bigger the thing is that you're trying to do, the bigger the probability is. Well, not the probability, but the more intense of pain the probability is, or, the greater the loss can be to you, your financial partners, your spouse, or whoever. Now, probability is another matter. And yeah, I made a mistake there. You don't necessarily have a higher or lower probability of failure based on the goal, but the possibility that you fail and it's much more intense to you in pain, time lost, money lost, oh yeah, that's super big. So failure is like ultimately scary. Now, for some people, I know this guy, his initials are RG, he lives in Jackson Hole, he lives in New York, he has a home in Tokyo. I mean, the guy's loaded. He's tried a bunch of different things and then generally has succeeded. But reading articles about him, he works for a very well-known, super crazy rich guy in America, GS. I won't tell you what his full name is because I'm somewhat beholden to keeping quiet, but you might be able to figure this out. But this guy's taken some risks. And have they all worked out for him? No. Because if he did, he wouldn't be working. I don't know what he'd be doing. He'd be skiing, he could be going on treks, he'd be spending time with his family. And that's just like me. when I've tried things, so often they have not worked. Like spectacular nuclear failure. I tried to develop with several other people a pill minder product before the days of smartphones, where it would remind those people who need a little extra minding to take their pills and their medication at the right time of the day. Now, this was right as smartphones were becoming a big thing, and I just didn't have the vision. I didn't have the process of how to get it out to the market. How am I going to get this product into Walgreens and Costco and Walmart and CVS and wherever? Didn't have the vision. And even though I did eventually develop a process of how to get that product into these stores, this little thing came along and like totally ruined my life. So I'd put a lot of money into this program. I'd spent a lot on prototyping. I had written the software, designed the circuit board. I mean, the whole shooting match. So I had a lot of money, effort, and time, code for emotion, invested in this product. And do you buy this product every day on the shelf? No. Because I didn't get it to market on time. I did not have the vision. I didn't have the wherewithal to do it. So when people talk about like failure in business, what are the 3 things that they most blame for failure? I didn't have the right people, I didn't have the right capital or enough money, and market conditions are bad. That's all bogus. What it was your vision for where you needed to go was not complete. It's not somebody else's fault. It's always here. Now you might say, hey, that person chipped me, they did that. Well, did you anticipate them doing that? Did you create a fallback plan? Sometimes a bank just decides, we don't like you. They're not going to say it, but sorry, John, we're not going to give you the money. Sorry, Alicia, the money isn't going to come through. And then what? Do you call that failure? Your life is over. You're crying and rubbing your eyes and all teared up and faces rashy? Or do you say, well, that was a rough learning experience. I won't do that again. Which way do you do it? Because ultimately, the product, the fail, the thing that didn't happen is the same. Didn't happen to make the market, lost your home, car crash, whatever. But it's the thing you take from that failure. That is the ultimate value of the experience. See, as a human, in one of my favorite books, you're told time and time again, you're going to fail. It's going to happen, but have faith, you will make it through. Now, like in my book, and this is my favorite book, but I certainly love my book, Lost at Windy Corner, I talk a lot about the challenges of failure and achieving goals and telling you, like, you're not going to reach everything. That's just the way it is. So what I did at the end of each chapter is I put a little quote at the end here, like this one says, after starting in sunshine and light winds, the reality of what you're undertaking will catch up with you. You will feel like you're wandering blind, surrounded by danger. Keep moving forward and correct your course as you go along. See, that is the value of failure to you as a human and to a community. You have to realize things are going to happen. Are people going to point their fingers? Are they going to hate you? Are potentially bad stuff or annoying things going to happen? Absolutely. But you have to realize that failure is the sauce that makes you smarter and gets you farther. Ooh, I like that. Failure is the sauce that makes you smarter and gets you farther. That's right. So by using failure and recognizing that, hey, that didn't work, okay, we can throw that in the trash, but oh man, let's try this, because if you didn't get through that failure, you might not have found another way to do it. The classic story, Edison, Thomas Alva Edison, one of the greatest inventors in American history. The story goes that he had over 1,000 different prototypes of the light bulb going before he finally figured out the little carbon magic filament that when he ran a current through it would glow, and thusly we have light and we're not in the dark. If Thomas Alva Edison decided, you know what? I'm a failure, thinking I'm a failure, not the idea didn't work, we wouldn't have light bulbs. I'm sure somebody else would have eventually figured it out, but perhaps not for a long time. He had the vision and the resilience to say, hey, this went wrong. I'm going to bounce back. Let's try again. Let's try a variation. Let's try a different approach. Now, is failure potentially costly? Oh yeah, I can only imagine what it cost Thomas Edison to produce 1,000+ prototypes and whatever it might have been to create that light bulb. But by him deciding to keep marching, knowing that that goal will get to him to where he wants to be, that is the magic of failure. Because if you don't go through the failure junction to get to the next place that will bring you closer to your objective, you'll never get to your objective. Because you say, oh, that was dumb, why did I do that? Well, if it was dumb and you knew not to do it, would you do it in the first place? Of course not. And that's what people forget about failure and things that go wrong, is that if you knew it was going to work, was not going to work, absolutely, would you keep going? No, you wouldn't. You would go for the goal, the achievement, the goal. But without getting through the failure gate and getting through another and then getting through another, you can't reach the place you have to go. So is failure the end of the road? No. Believe me, I chronicle it in this book. I explain some of the processes to motivate you and get through goals. And just to tell you that failure isn't the end of your life. It's okay. Maybe something went wrong and you totally didn't graduate. It's probably wrong in your head, but whatever the case is, you didn't graduate high school. Can you still go back and get your GED, I guess it's called? Yes, you can do that. You can totally move beyond your circumstances if you have the heart, the courage, and the mind to push through your failures knowing that they're going to happen. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. Please like, comment on my video. Check out the link below to my book, Lost at Windy Corner. Just click the little arrow by the video, pull down, click on the link. Please subscribe on the channel. That way you can get the latest updates. Please support my channel on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Thank you very much for watching.